Hey guys, it's Cameron Washington, and for this particular channel, I have decided to use my real name. Um, Today and for the next few weeks, this is just going to be an overview on what this channel's about, what it's meant to give out, and what the basis of it is. So, for the last year or so, last few months, I have noticed through people and just through organizations, whether religious, work, anything like that, I feel that views aren't entirely met like they should be. And I am a very strong believer in the Lord. I'm by no means perfect. I by no means know everything about the Lord or the Bible. But I do have huge a huge standing with the Lord, and I try my best to honor Him the best I can. And my biggest prayer for myself is that this channel will help give you guys that impression, and that you guys would come to understand why I created this channel over time. So this channel is going to be religious, meaning I'm going here in the next few weeks. This will be an overview on what this channel is, and then I'm going to get into Bible readings, teachings, and stuff like that. So what I'm naming this channel is Cameron's Non-Judgment Fellowship. Why? Well, it goes back to what I said earlier about my views and about how you should respect other people's views. So this channel was inspired just because who says you can't follow the Lord and have your own views with that? I mean, we all do have free will to do what we choose. For example, one of the topics that's going to come up quite a bit on this channel is the sexual immorality debates about opposite genders and who you should if you should date a non-Christian believer, stuff like that, which I know most churches won't judge you for that, but there's quite a bit to unpack. And before I get into the actual Bible study of it, to break it down a little more, the next couple weeks I'm going to go step by step on what my views are, why I created this channel, and why I have the views that I have. So I will start off with this. Sexual immorality. Paul clearly states that we should abstain from sex outside of marriage. Now, is that true? Absolutely. However, is it bad to have the opposite sex as a roommate? Or is it bad to have any roommates? And the reason I ask that, if people are so scared about sex being sexually tempted, how do you know if you're not going to be tempted to have sex with the other guy or another girl just to experiment? How does anybody know that? For example, not everybody uses people for sexual gain. It's just not true. It's not what everybody wants. Me personally, I live with my girlfriend, as obviously you guys know. And we do nothing but live together. I mean, we're not using each other for any type of benefit. The biggest concern I have is as soon as you live with the opposite sex, you end up excommunicated. Or if you don't change your living situation, you're excommunicated. That is not right. That is unfair. That is judgmental. You cannot judge somebody by that or for that. What God means by sexual immorality, and another thing I want to mention, the stuff I say is not, I repeat, is not meant to put any words in God's mouth at all. This is just what my interpretation of the Bible is, how I break it down, but it's also what God says. What God means by not having sex outside of marriage, He means not to use people for sexual gain. Meaning, you should not look at a woman or think about taking a woman in just to have sex with them. Nowhere does God say a woman and a man cannot live together just as roommates. There is an aspect of self-control in that regard. If you cannot control yourself, then you need to consider, do I really need a roommate, period? And the reason I say that is because people will say, well, if you live with the same gender, you're less likely to be tempted. Not true, and I'll tell you why. People say doing marijuana is less addicting than cigarettes. Is it true? No. Some of you may disagree with what I'm going to say on this channel and what my teachings are going to be, and I respect that wholeheartedly. It goes back to my views, or to the respecting other people's views. But again, the less likely aspect, if you live with the same gender, opposite gender, you don't know what kind of things, what's going to lead to what. You don't know if you're going to have sex with the same gender, opposite gender. You don't know that. Maybe you'd want to experiment. Maybe somebody will bring up the idea. You do not know. So, God saying the stuff about sexual immorality is to tell us we shouldn't use people for sexual gain. He does not say anywhere in the Word that a man and a woman cannot be roommates. Nowhere in the Word. With that being said, I'm not saying it's bad to live with the opposite gender. I'm not saying it's bad to live with the same gender. I'm not saying it's bad to live with both genders. It's all about mutuality. It's all about communication. God has a problem with using people for your own selfish gain. That's the problem. Nobody on this entire world is perfect. Dating, single, it doesn't matter. When you're dating, you're gonna slip up. You're gonna do something. It's gonna happen. It's happened to me. It's happened to, I'm sure, a bunch of other people out there. But when you get into dating for over a year or more, you're gonna start being more intimate. It's going to happen. With that being said, the marriage aspect. You cannot rush anybody into marriage. You can't. Should you be married? It helps with a lot of things. But it's a big step, a huge commitment than dating, and a lot more work. You need to enjoy dating. If you're single, enjoy being single. If you're dating, enjoy the dating, because once you lead into marriage, It's going to be a lot more challenging and a lot more work. So, the point I'm making and what this channel is going to emphasize over the coming months is it's okay to have different views. It's okay if you want to have different roommates. It's okay to have friends that are gay, bisexual, whatever. My channel is to give you what God says, but also implement views of others and break down how I feel about the Bible. This is for you guys to have an open forum with me to discuss things. This is why I put fellowship in the name. And this is an opportunity to tell you how I feel and where I stand with the Lord, so you guys can get a better idea of my style of teaching and my style of how I break the word down. And speaking of the open forum, I have opened up an email account, Cameron's Non-Judgment, JUDGMENT, fellowship @gmail.com. Again, that email is Cameron's Non-Judgment, judgment spelled JUDGMENT, fellowship @gmail.com. There you will be able to contact me with your opinions and your own views, and I would be happy to email you and discuss them with you. And I will not be judging. I will give you my answers the best I can. I will give you as much information as I can. I will even do research if I need to. But guys, this is just the first part of my channel. This is just to explain how I feel. So when we do get into the Bible study portion here in a few months, you guys can understand where I'm coming from, what I think the interpretation is, what I think God is saying, and how not to use your views in your free will to sin, just like the Lord says. So this was just step 1 and episode 1 of this. Next week I will be getting back into my Kill a Cam channel, Boogie Boon Kill a Cam channel, and doing my what ifs. So this channel will be happening every 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to get into the second portion of this channel and my view system. And again, I'm going to give you guys some more information on how to reach me and give you some social media links, stuff like that. But again, this is just week 1 of this. Today was just explaining what God says about sexuality and stuff like that. Next week it's going to go more in depth into that type of view in terms of the homosexuality and stuff like that. I'm going to go into more detail on that. And for those of you that may be wondering, this is not, I repeat, this is not going to be about talking about sexual immorality or sex or anything like that. That's not what this channel is about. This is just expressing how I feel in regards to this, so when we do hit that topic in a future Bible study, that you guys can understand and look back at this video and understand what I'm saying. So guys, that'll do it for this video. I will see you guys back on this channel in 2 weeks. Again, guys, you can email me at any time, even though this is an overview. If you have any concerns, any questions about this, please email me. My email, one more time, is Cameron's Non-Judgment, spelled Judge, Cameron's Non-Judgment, judgment spelled Judgment, apologize, fellowship @gmail.com. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys, and please be prepared, because the next few weeks is going to be getting into some more deep water with what this channel is going to be about. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I hope that you guys are staying safe out there. Have a great week, everyone, and I will see you back for another What If on my Boogie Boon Kill a Cam's channel.